A little history lesson in measuring in feet and inches. In ancient times, people used the body to measure, such as the length of a foot, the width of a finger, how wide, and the distance of a step. So the inch. At first, an inch was the width of a man's thumb. It's over here. How wide? In the 14th century, King Edward II of England ruled that 1 inch equals 3 grains of barley placed end to end lengthwise. Now we say this is about 1 inch, the end of your thumb. So you can kind of guesstimate, a guess or an estimate. Hand. A hand was approximately 5 inches. Okay, about 5 inches or 5 digits across. Today, a hand is 4 inches and is used to measure horses from the ground to the horse's withers or shoulder. Span. A span was the length of the hand stretched out, about 9 inches. Foot. In ancient times, the foot was about 11.5 inches. Today it is 12 inches, the length of the average man's foot. Yard. A yard was originally the length of a man's belt or girdle, as it was called. In the 12th century, King Henry I of England fixed the yard as the distance from his nose to the thumb of his outstretched arm. Today it is 36 inches, about the distance from nose to the outstretched arm of a man. Pace. The ancient Roman soldiers marched in paces, which were the length of a double step, about 5 feet. 1,000 paces was a mile. Today, a pace is the length of 1 step, 2.5 to 3 feet. So now in the United States, the standard measures of length are inch. So 1 inch is 0.083 feet because you have 12 inches in 1 foot. So using point, these are decimal points. That's out of 10, not 12. So we have 12 inches in 1 foot. We have 3 feet in 1 yard. Sometimes people say 36 inches because 12 times 3 is 36. And then 1 mile is 5,280 feet, or 1,760 yards. Some more facts and measurements. Around the Earth at the equator, the middle, is 24,901 miles. Across the continental United States, so not Hawaii, not Alaska, just the continental United States, is 3,000 miles. From the Earth to the moon is 238,854 miles. And from the Earth to the sun, 93 million miles. We have some language, some idioms, expressions in English that involve measurement. Sometimes we say, give a man an inch and he'll take a mile. So if you say, no, 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 please, 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 okay, just this one time, that's like 1 inch, he's going to expect it all the time. Just eyeball it. Use your eye and your thumb, maybe, not a specific measuring tape or anything like that. It's just a stone's throw away. You could throw a stone, not very far, it's not far. It's just a stone's throw away. It might be 1 mile, actually, 500 feet. Not too far, but it's not a specific expression. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump. Hop, skip, jump. So again, not very far, maybe 5 miles, maybe 1 mile, just a hop, skip, and a jump. I came within spitting distance of getting the job. I was so close, I almost got the job. If I spit, right, that's not very far. I was really close to getting this job. It happened in the blink of an eye. That fast, very fast. I'll be with you in 2 shakes, or 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. It's very fast. They shake their tail very fast. So this means very, very soon. Maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute. I don't trust him any farther than I can throw him. So I cannot throw him very far. So I don't trust him very much at all. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. This means this is not a good idea and I'm going to stay far away. I am not interested in that problem, in that investment, and that idea. No, not for me. No, thank you. Number 10, he got in by the skin of his teeth. Or sometimes people say, he got in by the seat of his pants. So just a very thin amount of material on your pants or the skin of your teeth, right? Almost didn't get into that school. Almost didn't get into that job. Just squeaked in. And then we talk about your basic rule of thumb. Your basic rule of thumb, right? 1 inch. But it means like your basic idea. Your basic rule of thumb is 30% of your paycheck goes to taxes and deductions. Things like healthcare, union fees, retirement. So you don't get all your paycheck to spend, right? So that's a basic rule of thumb. Now, let's do a little math. Let's talk about the English. If you are converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, from big to small, then you need to multiply. For example, to convert 8 feet to inches, there's 12 inches in 8 feet, right? Table of equivalencies, find that 1 foot equals 12 inches. So multiply the number of feet, 8, by, here's my preposition, multiply by the number of inches in 1 foot, 12. So you find that 8 feet equals 96 inches. So we are going to do some math. If you have 0.2 miles, how many feet is this? Okay, it's 1,056 feet. Because we're converting from a larger unit, miles, very big, to a smaller unit, feet, we must multiply the number of miles given, 0.2, by, multiply by, the number of feet in 1 mile, 5,280. So 0.2 times 5,280 is 1,056 feet. What about yards to inches? Okay, yards are bigger than inches. We have 3 feet in a yard, so I can multiply 18 by 3. And then I have 12 inches per foot, so then I will multiply again by 12 to get 648 inches. Because we are converting from a larger unit to a smaller unit, we must multiply the number of yards given, 18, by the number of inches in 1 yard. Okay, you could do the 36 inches. So 18 times 36 equals, or is, 648 inches. If you are converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, okay, you need to divide. For example, to convert 48 feet into yards, You look at the table of equivalencies and find that 1 yard equals 3 feet. Divide the number of feet, 48, by the number of feet in 1 yard, 3. And you find that 48 feet equals 16 yards. What if you're going from feet to yards? Okay, 219 feet divided by 3 gives you 73 yards. Because we are converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we must divide the number of feet given, 219, by, you divide by, the number of feet in 1 yard, 3, so that, what happened here? 219 divided by 3 equals 73. Okay, last one. If you're going from 64 inches to yards, all right, can you figure that out? Because we are converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, we must divide the number of inches given, 64, by the number of inches in 1 yard, 36. So that 64 divided by 36 equals 1.78 yards. Okay, so I'm going to let you practice. You can convert miles to feet, yards to inches. The important thing is, could you explain this in English? You can check your answers. Actually, on page 5 of this handout, you'll find the answers, but first see if you can do the math. And just get your mind to start thinking, what is that in feet, inches, yards, miles? Because the American measurements are different from most of the world.